What's up, everybody? Hey, it's your player partner Lush Uno back with another installment. And you already know, at Lush for Found Fortune Studios, there's always popping. There's always a lot going on. We got a whole music session going on. We got homies walking in and out. We getting it popping. But there's a serious topic that needs to be discussed right now. Apparently, former No Jumper employees YURIY and RYLEE Garcia are suing No Jumper, and the defendants named on the lawsuit, according to Unicourts, are Josh Mannheim, Adam Grant Mason, and a third defendant has been named, Nicholas Hyams. So I am a part of this lawsuit somehow, which is very, very confusing to me for a multitude of reasons. So what we're going to do in this video is react to Adam's statement, and then we're going to break down the intricacies of the lawsuit line by line and really see what they're talking about, because it's pretty damn confusing. But first things first, let's see what Adam and myself and the Brickster all had to say. So we going take a little look-see right here. Hope y'all doing well. If you haven't done so thus far, please like, share, subscribe. Run it up. Come on. All right.
And this is what I picked up on from speaking to my lawyers about the YURIY and RYLEE situation and the lawsuit that they have filed against me.
You too, right?
And him, and for some reason Josh is even thrown into it, which is kind of baffling.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, so including in this lawsuit,
there's so much to like dissect here. Off rip, it don't make any sense.
Things that were specified in it. It's like 90% things that took place
alien Jews
after they stopped working here. Now, you can't, like, all that shit is irrelevant. Anything that we said about them after they left could only be part of a lawsuit if it was basically defamation. Now, the standard for defamation is very, very high. So, for sure, we've said things about...
Is calling somebody's unborn child a crackhead and defaming them and making a lot of inflammatory remarks about that, does that count as defamation? I'm just curious.
About them, that probably would sort of enter into that realm, because we have said some pretty crazy shit about them. But that being said, you have to prove damages. It's very, very difficult. So 90% of the shit in that lawsuit is bullshit for it to be included in this lawsuit, because timeline-wise, all that shit happened after they left.
Right.
A sexual harassment or unlawful termination or whatever lawsuit is only going to be able to address things that took place while these people worked here. Now, even the biggest No Jumper hater who was aware of what was going on at No Jumper while they were here, especially if you worked here and you were like really seeing what was going on day to day, we never treated her with any kind of disrespect. Was there disrespect after she left? Sure. But we always treated her with the utmost respect, including going massively out of...
I mean, people really were always nothing but respectful to RYLEE. If anybody even attempted to disrespect her or make her feel uncomfortable, they would get swarmed on. Like, we protected RYLEE, treated her like sis. It was love across the board. Nobody, like, there was no issues like internally between RYLEE and anyone in No Jumper throughout the duration of us being there with her. Period. You know what I mean? And there's well documented proof of that.
Our way. Remember when Big Homie was liking our Instagram photos and shit? We basically like put it on the table, like
fools threw Big Ski under the bus. Big Ski got hated on to the point of like where he wasn't even welcome at No Jumper as a result of liking pics of RYLEE's. I mean, that's how far it went. That's how much people were willing to excessively protect her. You know what I'm saying?
If you're uncomfortable with anything that he's done around you, he's out of here.
Led to a termination of an employee, damn near.
Exactly. Like, we took it to an extent of showing her respect that honestly was kind of crazy. Like the level to which we basically went massively out of our way to make her feel comfortable.
Oh yeah, like you don't like this guy. Like this guy like makes, just because you don't like him because you didn't like the interaction y'all had on y'all stream. When there is nothing, not that this is relevant, but there was nothing really crazy that Ski did when he appeared on Tent Talks. But for whatever reason, you don't want some Karen shit. Like, let's throw this black guy under the bus. He made me feel like, I don't know, bro. Like that had never sat well with me. I'll be honest with you.
Insane. So
OG chair cast. What was it?
With
the chair?
Kiki.
Kiki,
wow.
yeah, there was weird stuff there, but like, you know, there's absolutely no truth to the idea. And there was never any sort of documentation of her feeling uncomfortable in any way. There's no complaints, nothing that was said. At some point, if this lawsuit continues on, my lawyers have informed me, don't delete anything off your phone. I laughed. Because
yeah, and I gotta say this, I don't delete Nathan. My girl's always like, oh, like delete the old shit. You don't want to get reminded of it. I have everything. My girl was upset because I had like old pictures from like past relationships. It's because of shit like this. Because you never know when you're gonna need to keep receipts. And I don't like to, I'm not like a receipt keeper for that reason, but it's like, dude, when unfounded allegations and accusations are being made, it's amazing how handy these these receipts come in.
Because they could see everything I got on my phone. There was never any intentional disrespect while they were here. And, you know,
I mean, like, and we're not even going to mention the fact that how did Riley even meet Yuri? How did their relationship begin? Well, you know, there was a Adam 22 meet and greet, and Riley was a fan. Riley was a fan of Adam. You know, she came through, wanted to meet Adams, got herself dolled up in her Sunday best and popped up and was excited to meet Adam 22. And then by proxy, because Yuri was somebody that was employed by No Jumper, they wound up striking up a rapport and getting into a relationship. I'm not here to slander Yuri, to talk further shit about them in any capacity. I'm being very, very careful with the way that I'm phrasing things, but I'm only here to deal with facts. I'm not here to deal with emotions. I'm not here to deal with opinions. We are speaking facts, okay?
You know, even in a situation like somebody allegedly posted something to her on the Reddit at once. So now you're taking a public platform, which Yuri was a mod on.
Beyond the fact that Yuri was a mod, if people are going to take the Reddit and use the Reddit as potential like libel or slander or as a means of being disrespected that deserves some kind of like, you know, repercussions, then I deserve $100 million because at the abuse that I said. There's a Reddit forum is run by fans for fans about a particular subject, and its spans is way bigger than No Jumper. You know what I mean? A lot of people think that No Jumper, that the Reddit begins and ends with No Jumper, but they're obviously not too net savvy because Reddit forums are notoriously hotbeds for toxicity and negativity and things of that nature. So to even like imply that No Jumper has an ounce of culpability to what is posted in there is completely nonsensical.
Yeah.
Even after he stopped working here, he was still a mod. He had the power to go onto the Reddit and remove whatever. As soon as we became aware that anybody had posted anything inappropriate, well, someone who was a mod on No Jumper, the No Jumper Reddit allegedly posted this, he was removed as a moderator immediately. So that is, quite frankly, insane. So either of them saying that they were unlawfully terminated, think about this. She was terminated at the same time that like 8 hosts left the platform, maybe more, maybe 10.
Yeah, to even like make that comparison makes zero sense. What's up, big dog? What's happening with you? Yeah, I'm not on live. I'm just recording a video. I'm recording a video talking about this damn lawsuit.
10 people left the platform.
Including the tech staff, it was like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And that's just hosts.
Right.
We got rid of like 4 editors.
Right. There's literally, there's literally probably, I mean, if I even tried to name them all, like, yeah, it was a good 15 people. There was a massive layoff, and it was like, you know, in the midst of No Jumper restructuring. Of course, I had nothing to do with that whatsoever, but nah. Yeah, like me getting fired, and then like, you know, what, 6 or 7 hosts leaving, and then a mass layoff occurred. It's the great No Jumper exodus of 2023, and yeah.
Same time,
Designers.
She was an administrative assistant. We did not hire another administrative assistant after we fired her. She was fired 100% because of the fact that we were downsizing. We did not have as many hosts. There was just way less content to be created, as well as the economic reality.
And it's crazy because, like, if you look at the footage of Riley after, you know, she got fired, she was really upset that she was fired. She loved working for No Jumper. So a lot of these claims that wind up coming up, it doesn't really make sense because at the time, it was like a devastating loss for her to no longer be a part of the platform. And it was painful for her. And, like, you know, we all felt really bad. I felt bad. I was like, damn, that sucks that she got fired because I know that she cared about that job. So for her to then retroactively paint her experience a different way when it was all love when she was there is disingenuous, 1,000%.
Of podcasting kind of hitting us. You know, obviously there was a boom period during the pandemic and we had all these hosts, and then a lot of those hosts left right around the same time that a lot of the views were really kind of coming back to earth. Whatever. It's completely disingenuous and it's total bullshit. And
oh, wow, we use the same word.
And the idea that he was terminated.
He wasn't terminated. He quit on his own.
Okay, that is not true. He was terminated from his role as an editor.
Okay, yeah. So, to be fair, he might have been relieved of his duties as an editor, but that was a long time before he left, and he wound up remaining on camera talent for a long time. So people weren't even aware. And per my recollection, it was a pretty mutual thing. I mean, like he was underqualified. There was a bunch of editors there, Trevor, Bassa, Belt, Kelvin, all of them were significantly better and doing more productive work, not to mention when Mikey and Hurley and all them came along, you feel me? Like, you know, Donnie had been, like, there was way more qualified people than him by the time he wound up being relieved of his duty. And he was happy with it, despite that, because he still remained on-camera talent.
And there are multiple clips on YouTube in which it's discussed at length, and he acknowledges that he was let go as a result of the fact that he was a horrible editor and he was making lots of mistakes. That stuff is all extremely well documented.
He was still on-camera talent.
He was still on-camera talent, but at some point he stopped calling. He stopped trying to be on camera, whatever. And then we enter into the period of time where we were beefing.
And this is like when he's still appearing on the news. Other platforms are discussing it. I remember on Big Munity they had a whole video like talking about, well, if your girl got fired, would you still stay working there? And everybody was like, no, I would have left. And everybody seemed to like, that was a general consensus. But YURY also, it's crazy, like, because he was talking about how he needed that job due to the revenue and the wages. So he needed to continue working there. So that's a little bit confusing as well.
And going back and forth, whatever. All that shit is irrelevant to what they're claiming about the unlawful termination shit. My lawyers have characterized this as an extortion attempt. Basically,
I mean, that's basically what it is, because especially like there's either this lawyer is so severely misled that it's like, I don't know what the technical term would be for somebody that misrepresents the nature of a potential lawsuit to their attorney, or if there even is a term or legal precedence for that. However, like, it's either that or this lawyer is nothing but a fucking ambulance chaser and trying to exploit the fact that there's a notable corporation that is potentially being sued or whatever, because there's no real basis to anything in a legal perspective that would allow them to think that this is anything more than just purely frivolous.
A situation in which they're leveraging the fact that it's relatively easy to sue your employer, and they're doing what they can with it. It's not something I'm losing any kind of sleep about, because I know they were both treated with the utmost respect while they were on the platform, and that everything afterwards, you going to his house, what the fuck does that have to do with No Jumper?
Let's talk about
the things that
Yeah, we're going to get into that a little bit later. I'm going to let Adam cook, though, because Adam need to get some shit off his chest, and it's really unfair. Like, this is another example of motherfuckers, and, like, it sucks that I was even ever a part of that, and I'm glad that him and I have moved way past that point in our relationship. But the fact that there was negativity between us that led to me publicly slandering her. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't try to do no cash grab. And believe me, I had fucking the same ambulance chasing opportunistic lawyers trying to get in my ear and this and that. And, I even considered it first, but nah, fool. I ain't no motherfucking, I don't get down like that, bro. I knew that wasn't right. And I'm glad that I wound up, if I had tried to go forward with some shit like that, not that I would have had a leg to stand on legally or not, I know that there's no way that I would have been able to repair my relationship with No Jumper, and I'm glad that I did. I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. I love working for No Jumper and being a part of the team, and that's not going to change anytime soon. Regardless of the growth and development, no GD. Shouts to the GDs, though. Regardless of the growth and development that I'm experiencing with this studio and my platform here, and the fact that we're literally throwing the most cracking underground shows in LA right now, and any of that, none of that fucking matters. Like I love my team, and I love the fact that my team is integrated with No Jumper, and we're all working together. And people will never fully understand the level of camaraderie that we have, and all they're going to see is what they're given, so they think that some of us might not get along. I'm not even going to further expand on that, but let's keep watching this.
Led to you going to his house. It's so obvious that he was a willing participant in this, and I'll let you go, but what was I going to say?
A willing participant.
He was such a willing participant in it while under NDA. They're both under NDA.
Hey, that opens up a whole other. If y'all fools signed an NDA and violated it under any capacity, see, like, even if it's like you and the homies and you have a palabra NDA and it's not a real NDA and you violate that, that's fucked up. But if you signed an NDA and violated that, who, Stanley?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So will there be an ensuing countersuit? Well, it's certainly on the table because they're under NDA and they have said some absolutely horrible things about myself, about No Jumper, and the NDA specifically protects us in case slanderous statements were made by them. Now, I would implore people watching this, people in the Reddit, please submit everything that you consider to be slanderous in any way, because we've already collected quite a good deal of it. However,
yeah, and I'll just go that all of my bot mafias, you feel me? All my you feel me? Everyone that's part of the bot mafia, all the cocaine bots, I'm gonna let y'all know. Please, even though we have substantial amounts of footage archived already, go back and bring any footage to light of YURY talking shit about me, of RYLEE talking shit about me, of YURY and slandering my unborn child and calling him a crackhead, YURY inviting me to his house. I mean, I have the screenshots of him saying, pull up. All the footage of YURY's friends going to Comparator's restaurant and, with the biscuit on him and all that shit. Look, I really don't want to drag other people into this, and I'm not trying to get other people in trouble, but since he's opening this he's opening the can of worms. Them motherfucking worms finna eat anything that's in front of them. They gonna go through the motherfucking earth, and they gonna unearth all the bullshit. So since your homie is now trying to sue motherfuckers, let's put it all out there. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that has any of that footage, bring it to the, and just know that I'm not pressing no legal charges. I ain't getting nobody in, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't fuck with that at all. But guess what? There's a reason why motherfuckers pulled up to Yuri's crib that day. We pulled up to Yuri's crib for a reason.
I know there's more of it, and there has been an attempt by them to clean up their digital footprint and to hide some of the stuff that they said about us.
Yeah, them deleting all the fucking streams and all that. Like, bro, like, come on. I don't want to perpetuate slander, so I'm not. That's why, like, I don't even know what's bro's last name. Boguslavsky. I don't even know. Orkabakarlish, like, whatever, bro. Like, I'm not gonna call you out your name or slander you further, but we are gonna talk about these facts.
That being said, so much of it is already.
Oh. Do you have that? Oh, yeah? All right, gotcha. Thank you. Yeah, we're breaking down this lawsuit, man.
The archived on the Reddit, that it's just absurd to think that this is going to go anywhere. So
I appreciate you though, Beef. All right, Bella. One sec, sorry guys. We'll get right back to this. And no, I'm not editing it. Hey, Beef. Beef? Did you talk to bro about whoop you up? Oh, okay. You're just taking her. Okay. Okay. And you want to shoot that? You're the man. Thank you so much. All right.
So, Lush, feel free to air out whatever you have to say.
Watch what Lush got to say.
About the odd inclusion of Nicholas Hyams in this lawsuit. Let's talk about the fact that I was unaware until I saw this lawsuit that I was in a managerial capacity at No Jumper.
Yeah, the fact that it says that I'm in a managerial capacity, like I could hire and fire people. If that were the case, there'd be so many different. How could such a fucking when I'm literally nothing more than on-air talent. I don't operate in a producerial capacity. Now, have I produced content for No Jumper? Yes, technically, the interview that I did. With my dad, I produced that. A couple of the rap battles that we uploaded to No Jumper, I produced that content, and I'm doing a battle event tomorrow, and I'm producing that as well. But I do not operate in a hiring, firing. I have no management. I have no title other than on-screen talent. Even when I've operated as a producer, it's been on my own accord. And me literally independently creating content that I submit to No Jumper that they wind up accepting because I have that rapport with them that if I want to do some content, they know that that what I do is pretty much in line with what they're already producing or would make sense in the context of what they're producing. So, like, I have no hiring and firing power. That shit would have looked way different. I would have got a lot of people the fuck out of there and would have brought my own people in if it were like that. No, bro. So the fact that I'm even mentioned is fucking crazy. And the only way they could even, especially when, like, the whole entire time I was at No Jumper with YURIY and RYLEE, we got along swimmingly. They showed me nothing but love. I have all the messages saved. Like, RYLEE even would, like, they would, like, look to me and confide to me like an older homie. You feel me? Like, so it's really strange that they're even trying to include me in this shit.
In any way, and I was able to determine hiring and firing, and I was a superior, as stated in the lawsuit, to Mr. Yakubashevitz and Miss Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yakubashevitz.
Because I was today years old when I realized.
Yeah, I would have fired Brick Baby for sure. Would have got him the fuck out of here. No, I'm just playing.
That if I had known sooner, there probably would have been a little bit of different things that would have gone down. Now, with that being said, also, yeah, the biggest.
Yeah, apparently I am the biggest of the biggest. Glock Boys in the building. You see what the fuck going on, man? Hell yeah. Come on, man.
What's up, my boy?
Yeah. Real Glock boys, yeah.
I'm also a little bit confused about me when Yuri specifically
in the
invited
building.
me to his house.
Right.
In fact, I have a text message that says, pull up. Pull up. Indicating an invite to his house while he had a picture of me behind him and a lengthy discussion, which, again, Reddit sleuths, do your best. It's not going to be hard to regurgitate any of this. An entire stream dedicated to my unborn child being a
I mean, bro, this fool had like a picture of me as his background. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you, my boy. Had a picture of me as his background and was literally talking shit to me directly about me and threatening me, saying, Lush, pull up. Lush is a bitch. Lush, your kid's a crackhead. Your kid's gonna die because it's addicted to crack. Da, da, da. Insane type shit, bro.
crack baby.
And trying to take the moral high ground after engaging in something like that is so absurd.
That's what I'm saying. Like, good point, Adam. Like, the fact that you think that that you have a leg to stand on morally makes less than 0 sense.
Somebody posted a clip in the Reddit the other day that really stuck with me, and it was a moment in which Yuri was talking about how he felt like he had so much motion going at a time, and that it made sense for him to leave No Jumper because he was influenced by academics, and
So he chose to leave. So there's no wrongful termination.
wanted to really see what was possible for him in terms of what he could accomplish on his own as a streamer. It turns out that you would go on to accomplish nearly nothing. You have like 10 average live viewers. That same...
To be fair, Flacco cracked the case, and he does have 88 average viewers. Okay, so a little more than 10. We're going to be accurate here. We're going to be accurate. But is that enough to make a sustainable income off of? You might want to have some side hustles.
Same fan base that we gifted you now views you as an absolute failure, a bad person, and a piece of shit. And you've dragged your girlfriend down with you. And the idea that you think that you're going to come out of trying to go legal on us unscathed, that the people are going to have any sort of sympathy for you, I very much foresee a future in which the donations, which have nearly entirely dried up, will dry up to a level that is almost unthinkable.
The fucking Sahara Desert.
The Sahara Desert.
Sure. And it makes me wonder, like, here's the thing that's confusing to me. I was so cool with them. I never had a negative interaction with Yuri and Riley. Was invited to their home multiple times, was on their podcast.
Yeah, Beans liked me. Shouts to Beans. I fuck. Where's Beans at, bro? Where's Beans? Beans was the homie. I was a dope dog.
We did a 1 chip challenge, whatever. All this, like, no, to the point where when I was doing my first No Jumper diss track, I was like, hey, bro, you're not even included in here. And he got mad. And
the only thing I said, like, Yuri, keep it cool. You don't want war. And that wasn't enough. He wanted a specific diss. So I had to write 4 bars and add them to No Jumper Killer, my first No Jumper diss track, in order to have him included. He wanted me to diss him, but I had nothing bad to say about him. So I had to, like, reach in my Louis duffel and pull it out.
I had to add bars to even have something to say about Yuri.
Oh, wow.
To diss him. So he got added. You listen, it's at the end of the song. I don't even mention bro till the end. You know what I'm saying? And
he asked you to diss him?
Yeah, he's like, what? You left me out? That's why?
The thing about it is that I almost feel bad for the lawyer, and I really look forward to the moment in which the lawyer...
For sure feel bad for the lawyer. 1,000,000%.
Realizes the...
Unless, like I said, unless he's a pure ambulance chaser.
Extent to which he has been misled. Because you know that they probably presented a bunch of information to the lawyer, and the lawyer was like, oh, they did all this shit while you were working there? This is a textbook example of whatever. But the reality is that while they worked here, they were treated so well.
Right.
And it was only after they entered into a verbal back and forth with us that there was any kind of disrespect. At some point.
And you're going to see the origins. If you watch the rest of this video, I'm going to show you right now the origins of them being upset at me, which I did not initiate any negativity with them whatsoever. I held them in high regard. You know what's really cold, actually? I really didn't want to, like, go into this new year harboring animosity about the past. And especially when the fires happened and all that, and I seen that Pot Lord's family was affected by the fires. You know, my family was affected by the fires as well. They had to relocate. Luckily, my parents' house wasn't burned down, but they had to stay in a hotel for like 2 weeks. I don't know what the status with Pot Lords. I mean, you know, I pray for the best for them, but I know that, you know, like their area is not too far away from where my parents are at. So, you know, it made me like want to just like dead whatever animosity was out there, especially because, you know, I hold house phone in high regard. And other than like the little joke I made about, you know, see me everywhere like Blasie's bitch, that wasn't really meant to offend him, but I think that he took that a certain way. So like, I was really trying to leave all that shit in the past. Even like whatever the fuck is going, like, I don't want no smoke with nobody. It's like we could leave that. And sure, if fools want to keep doing content going back and forth as far as like the community and all that, that's cool. But I'm not tripping on nobody. I got too much of my own shit going on. I'm really trying to make this place crack off. Really trying to get my streaming and YouTube where it's supposed to be at. And I really want to like show people what I'm capable of. So having like little petty disputes doesn't really do anything for me. It's all like really counterintuitive to my growth. So, you know, I was gonna squash it with them and be like, I was gonna shoot YURIY a line and be like, hey fool, like, it is what it is. But apparently motherfuckers want to like add me to this weird little petty cash grab they got going on. And so I guess that's derailed. But I still, on some real shit, I don't harbor any animosity towards them. When I was up in the Bay, people wanted me to like shoot content. Like, you know, bro, like, nah, it's not even, I'm not even on it like with them like that. That's why this whole thing is so fucking weird.
Point, this lawyer is going to realize that, and he's going to realize this lawsuit is a lemon. It's not going anywhere. So I'm very much looking forward to it. It's obviously a little bit annoying to have to be investing money into legal funds in order to deal with someone who, you know, realistically,
Now, you know what? I'm not a pocket watcher, and I don't know how much money that my boy Adam has or what he has put to the side. But I really hope that he makes a statement and puts that money into defending the suit as opposed to settling. Because the fact of them even coming up in any capacity when there's no real, genuine reason why they should, it doesn't make sense. I don't know if they're hoping that motherfuckers just don't show up to the court. Now, as far as I can tell, as far as the paperwork's concerned, there's no actual like hearing date, but I don't know. I would have never even spoke about this, but somehow the Reddit got a hold of it, and you know, then Adam and we reacted to it on the No Jumper show. So here I am, and I'm gonna fucking do a deep dive. I would also encourage everybody to watch Flacco's video. Flacco made a great video. Maybe we'll at least add a link to that, because motherfuckers need to see that.
I spent like 8 years building up YURIY, giving him every opportunity. I gave him a streaming career. I continued to promote him and have him on stream over and over and over. And it's only now that he has realized that he is an absolute abject failure that he's now decided to go the legal route. And hey, let's be real. These situations oftentimes will end in some kind of settlement. So maybe there is a chance that...
Which really sucks that would even... I don't know, man. I really hope that... And it's not that I hope that they're not coming up, but it's funny because they made... Watch Flacco's reaction and their whole, like, never broke again. like Blasey said, never broke again. Like apparently they're in a not advantageous financial situation, and they're trying to reach in Adam's pockets. You know, like going back to the teat that fed them for years. It's seething opportunism.
That I've got to cough up some amount of money. And that would be unfortunate because you really hate to see the bad guys win. But the thing that is absolutely clear, Yuri, is that you're the bad guy. You are a piece of shit who has nothing going for him. And there is no light at the end of the tunnel. It's all dark days from here.
I mean, look at all, seriously, bro. There's no way that you could justify being in the right here. You're not a victim, bro. And for you to have, I'm not going to act like I'm in any way a victim myself. But what you're saying is completely unscrupulous, unfounded, and nonsensical.
Everybody involved in this. What happened to all the dudes that you started that podcast with? What do they think about you now? We don't even have to ask.
They seem like they're doing fine without him.
We saw the house phone rant. We know what those people think of you. We know what kind of conversations they're having about you off camera.
What dweeb ass person you are. Like, you know what you are. Oh my God, you're drinking my water.
An ingrate.
You're drinking my water while motherfucking cussing you out and shit. While you're drinking my water.
I'm taking my...
How are you going to do that while you're drinking my water?
Tito's.
Bitch ass nigga.
If the lawsuit concerned things that happened while they worked here,
be different.
It would be 1 page long.
Right.
Instead, they group in all this shit that happened after they left as if that's going to have any impact on this, when in reality, it will all be tossed out immediately.
Which they also were participants in. It wasn't like for them to play the victim is fucking absolute insanity.
Real white guy.
First of all, anybody, the idea of someone disrespecting or even making Riley feel uncomfortable when she was there, that person would have got dogpiled.
We treated her better than he did.
Yeah, we all...
Exactly. We would defend Riley against Yuri with the crazy shit that he was saying and doing.
Seeing the way he treats her.
She would cry. We would try to talk to her. We all had her back the most.
Yeah.
Everybody was cool with Riley.
And you know who's really... You know who's really assassinated his character? The internet.
Right.
The moist criticals of the world, the feared bucks of the world, the people who made this footage. Like, you realize that clip of him and her in which he's like basically verbally abusing her because she did a YouTube video while she was in high school with a gay dude? That's still going viral in different corners of the internet on a consistent basis.
That's cringe porn for life.
Oh, for life. That's not going anywhere. And I'm sure that had like a significant negative impact on their lives. Guess who made that clip? You streamed that. That didn't have anything to do with me. Did I help decimate it to the internet?
Are you gonna sue Charlie?
Yeah.
Are you gonna sue Charlie?
Yeah, you suing Moist Critical or what? Because he's really and shouts to Charlie for putting on blast how corny your reaction to that was, and the fact that even came across Charlie's desk should show you. And of course, Yuri, in his attempt to hold on to streaming relevance, he tried to look at that as a good thing. He's as a badge of honor, I got reacted to by Charlie, even though Charlie was basically showing the world what a piece of shit you were in those actions and how immature you were. You still somehow tried to be this is dope because it's Charlie. Nah, fool, you're lame because it's Charlie.
Is Moist Critical not in this lawsuit?
Yeah, how's he not on the chalking?
It's just such a joke, and I don't know who went about putting it on the Reddit or who tipped somebody off, because I'm going to be real with you. It's I probably, besides you.
That shit remains a mystery to me as well. The fact that that's somehow... But I guess there's people searching. I don't know. I'm going to go out on a limb and say maybe they leaked it. If people could, we need the Reddit sleuths. What's the account that made the initial post, and what's their account history look like?
You I think I told 2 other people.
Yeah.
Josh also, but like even most of the employees here didn't know about it.
Josh, another dude that was nothing but kind of YURIY and RYLEE the whole time. And here's the thing, if you look at this timeline. So
I didn't want to work in here. Josh had a heart of gold. He's the one who hired her.
So okay, we went in, we expanded further on it, but that's essentially that video. I do want to bring up the just so y'all can see it as a frame of reference. The Flacco YURIY lawsuit video. I encourage everybody, because Flacco pretty much decimated. I'm gonna find it real quick. Don't trip. Blah da 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 da. Here it is. Yeah. So just so y'all see, just so y'all can see the video.
People, I would like to say I'm shocked, but
here it is, and I would encourage everybody to watch this video because Flacco pretty much decimated.
I'm not in the least
decimated
so former
the fuck out of this lawsuit, and really broke it down. So please, everybody, go to Flacco's channel. Like, I already liked the video. I'm already subscribed. I encourage you to do the same thing. All right. With that being said, let's actually take a look at this lawsuit right here, okay? Riley Garcia et al. Versus No Jumper LLC. On January 15th, Riley Garcia filed a labor and employment wrongful termination lawsuit against No Jumper LLC. This case was filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court, Burbank Courthouse. The case status is open. Case number is, we can't see it. Filing date is the 15th of January. Plaintiffs Riley Garcia and YURIY Alibaimov brings this civil action against the above-named defendants. Each of them demands trial by jury and complains and alleges as follows. So, okay, does it say the names above? Where does it say mine? Okay, here are the names right here. No Jumper LLC, Josh Mannheim, Nicholas Himes, and Adam Grant Mason. All right. From Riley Garcia and YURIY Alibayev. Alibayev. That sounds like a joyous proclamation. Alibayev. I don't know. I also, okay. Blah, 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 blah. Plaintiffs are informed and believe and thereon alleged that all Material Times defendant No Jumper owned and operated a number of media entities, including but not limited to podcasts and YouTube channels. Plaintiffs are informed and believe and thereon alleged that all material items defendant Adam Grant Mason is an individual whose residence, and they say his address. Plaintiffs are informed and believe thereon alleged that all Material Times defendant Grant Mason was employed by No Jumper. I mean, he is the owner. Plaintiffs are informed and believe thereon alleged that all Material Times defendant Josh Mannheim is an individual. Plaintiffs also believe in thereon that all material items defendant Mannheim was employed by No Jumper. Plaintiffs are informed and believe thereon alleged that all Material Times defendant Nicholas Himes has an individual whose residence, blah, blah, blah. Plaintiffs are informed and believe that thereon alleged that all Material Times defendant Himes was employed by defendant No Jumper. Okay, so, which is already not true because I actually wasn't employed by No Jumper from March of 2023 to April of 2024 is when I actually got fully re-employed, although I started doing content with them before then. So none of the things that they alleged was during the time of my actual employment in No Jumper, which makes this immediately, you could just throw a huge chunk of this lawsuit out. So defendants number 9, defendants Grant Mason, Mannheim, and Himes were plaintiff supervisors with supervisory authority over plaintiffs at defendant No Jumper, including but not limited to it says that twice, but not limited to. The fact that it says that twice, look at this right here. Like, this shows that this is not even, like, written properly. It's not even in proper legalese. It says it twice. The responsibility to direct plaintiffs' daily work activities and make other employment actions affecting plaintiffs, such as the decisions to hire and or fire, promote, reward, or discipline plaintiffs. In doing the acts complained of herein, defendants Grand Mason, Hyams, and Mannheim acted individually and as agents of defendant No Jumper, and as such, defendant No Jumper are liable for defendants Grand Mason, Mannheim's, and Hyams' act of discrimination, harassment, and retaliation. Defendant No Jumper was negligent and or reckless in that it knew or should have known about defendants Grand Mason, Mannheim, and Hyams' acts of and propensity to commit acts of discrimination, harassment, and retaliation, and failed to take immediate action and appropriate corrective action. Okay, none of that makes sense. We fucking with this again? All right, let's go. We going crazy. I'll take a shot with you. You feel me? Cause we talk. Look, man, these motherfuckers trying to talk. What's up with it, my boy? What's happening with you, gang? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Appreciate you, my boy. Hell yeah. Hey, what's up, fool? Hey, what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yeah. Are you down to help shoot the battle event that we got here for No Jumper?
You let me know.
Okay, well, tomorrow I got work for you.
What time you want me here?
Like 4, 5?
You name it.
All right. Perfect. Come on, you know what the fuck going on. Hey. Say what's up to the camera. Say what's up to the camera. Come on, man. Come over here, bro. Say what's up. Say what's up. Yeah.
Yo, what it do? Touch Entertainment.
Yeah.
Touch _ENT.
That's
Right here
right.
trying to put on for all the homies. Hey, much love to the homie Lush, though. Always showing love.
I
to the
appreciate
raza,
you.
homie.
That's right. You already
already
know.
know.
Viva la raza. Off top. Come on, you too. Come on, fool. Real Glock boys. Yeah. You see what the fuck going on.
Make sure you
Yeah.
follow me on Ghetto Boys _King Fabero, you know? Ghetto Boys _clothing, you know?
Yeah.
I got all kinds of shit coming through with my boy.
Yeah,
Lush
man.
too, you
We're
know?
not playing in the
Shout out to
slightest.
my boy Phrase One, you know what's going on. You know?
Come on, gang.
Make sure we get this shit cracking.
Yes,
you know?
sir. Ski. Ooh. Yep. I'm reading this bogus lawsuit they trying to put on a player. All right. So the fact that already there's so much wrong with this because it said that I have hiring and firing authority and blah, 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 blah. No, motherfucker, I was on-screen talent. So already I'm being mischaracterized with this lawsuit, and it's completely invalid. All right. So, plaintiffs are informed and believe, and thereon allege that all material times does, from 1 through 10, inclusive, are corporations and or partnerships qualified in doing business in the state of California. Plaintiffs are informed and believe and allege that all material does, 1 through 10. Again, repeating it. Any reference to defendants in this. Where's page 4 and all that shit? Okay, so what the fuck is going on here? This certificate of mailing notice. So literally they have, I'm trying to see if there's more information that I could read on the lawsuit. This is just case assigned to Frank Tavelman in Department A of the Burbank Courthouse. Notice of case assignment, blah, da, 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 da. There's got to be more information. Where's like page 4? There's got to be more. Where does it say specifically of what happened and all that? Civil case cover complaint. Maybe this is it. Let's download this. I gotta, because I don't see any more information other than these 3 pages. But I know I saw something where they like specifically were talking about like maybe I'll look it up on Reddit and see if I can find it on Reddit, because there's got to be more comprehensive. I know there was something that said something about me specifically and the showing up at the house allegations. Let's see it first. No Jumper. See what? There's got to be a link on the Reddit. Blah, da, 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 da. Okay. This got to be it right here. Okay. Blah, da, 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 da. Let's see what they talking about. But yeah, I don't know, man. This shit is fucking so absurd. I'm trying, and like, look, I'm just gonna say that multiple people are mad confused as to why I'm included in this, and the reason why I would be doesn't really make sense. Okay, so according to this is like the initial Reddit thing. Plaintiffs Riley Garcia and Yuri all blah 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 have filed a lawsuit. Blah 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 blah. I mean, people are already talking about how ridiculous this is, and it's pretty silly. Let's be honest, because it doesn't make sense. Straight the fuck up, it doesn't make sense. Flacco, this is like a reference to Flacco's video. Flacco really broke it down. I want to know, maybe chat or maybe in the comments you could let me know, and I could do an even more comprehensive breakdown of what specifically, yeah. Even Lush getting named. There's a whole thread about the fact that I'm being. Even Lush is getting named in this shit. What the fuck? Like, it is very strange. Okay, so maybe this one has a more comprehensive. Nah, it looks like the same thing that I just read. Oh wait. Hold on. Because yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know. Chad, if you guys have more information and you could show me, because this shit doesn't make any fucking sense. And the fact is, you could even see it on Flacco's video. I came to Yuri's house because he invited me there. He said, pull up. So the fact that this dude started shit, got mad at so his initial anger with me was because I wouldn't go on, because apparently it was brought up that he had a Skybree, beautiful woman, famous porn star, you feel me, had reached out to him and wanted to kick it with him. And I guess that like created some type of friction in his relationship with Riley. I don't even recall that. Apparently Riley said she cried to me about this. I don't remember having any conversation with her about their relationship ever. You know what I mean? Like, the only times I remember seeing Riley cry, it would be about the way the audience was responding to her or this or that or Yuri, and I would just be like, look, it's part of the game. I know it's tough, and we all got your back, Riley. We all support you. And she always showed me hella love and was cool with me, as was Riley, as was Yuri. So this shit, like, made no fucking sense. And the fact that, you know, I guess, like, so what happened was they got upset that somebody made a post about it, and this was right around the time I was talking to Adam again, and Adam was bringing me back to No Jumper, but they wanted me to say that Adam and Josh told them, or I was encouraged by No Jumper to speak about them, which isn't true. And I never made a post about them on the Reddit. I've been banned from Reddit for a few years. So me and all my burners, yeah, I had some burners, okay? They're all banned. But regardless, they wanted me to do that. I said no. They saw me back on No Jumper, and then all of a sudden, I'm not Lush anymore. I'm Flush, and they're talking shit, and they're being disrespectful. And then all of a sudden, you know, I said something back, and we're going back and forth. Then all of a sudden, he's like, your unborn kid is going to be born addicted to drugs because you and your baby mama are both drug addicts. I mean, I don't know what's a more fucked up, slanderous thing you could say. And he invited me to pull up to his crib after his friends showed up at my partner, you know, my podcast partner, Compa Raiders restaurant, and were making threats, and were Compa Raiders family works at and all that, and motherfuckers had the you know, blick on him and blah 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 blah. Like I said, I'm not trying to get too federal, but it is what it is, fool. Like, this is what happened, and I went over there to see Yuri. Riley was out of town. I knew Riley was out of town. I went there to see Yuri, pulled up on Yuri after being invited, and you know, then wound up leaving. So the fact that, and this had nothing to do with No Jumper. In fact, I wasn't even officially employed by No Jumper at that time. So the fact that they would say that I was acting as an agent of No Jumper doesn't make any sense, because I had never even signed any formal paperwork prior to that at that point in my most recent tenure of employment at No Jumper at that point. So it makes no fucking sense whatsoever. And yeah, there's no additional information, it seems like, that motherfuckers can get. But with that being said, please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Am I tripping? I really hope that YURIY finds success on his endeavors, and RYLEE as well. Wish nothing but the best for both of them. They don't need to stoop to such a low level and be so petty in order to try to like come up off of the hard work of others that have nothing to do with them. That's my 2 cents. With that being said, this will play a Lush Uno, and we about this biatch, out this biatch. Ooh.